Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. We are back again with another episode. I think this is episode 12 or 11. It could be 20. Who knows? We've been working. We got a lot of lovely ladies on the panel today. We got some special guests. We're going to have everyone introduce themselves. Thank you for the, to the supporters out there for subscribing to the channel, clicking that notification bell. We've been going crazy viral on the gram and on Facebook. So continue to support, continue to share those videos because it is definitely helping the podcast and helping it grow. We actually, with you guys' help, we was able to buy a new camera. What is that, the FX30 we bought, Sony? We was able to purchase a FX30 Sony camera with all of you guys' support. So keep on sharing the podcast, man. We appreciate that. So we gonna get into it. Dating and relationships as usual. We're gonna have all the guests introduce themselves, starting with, we're gonna have these two lovely ladies go first. Then we're gonna get into the special guest last, but can you please introduce yourself? You was on here before, so they know.
I was, yeah. My name's Azaria.
Age?
32.
32. Okay, mamacita. Puerto Rican, right?
That's right.
Okay. ¿Qué lo que? No?
It's a little Dominican, but yeah.
Okay. Relationship status?
Single.
Still single?
Absolutely.
Okay. Niggas ain't cuff you up since the last podcast.
I ain't found the right one, I guess.
Oh, I feel you. Makes sense. And how long you been single for?
Literally 2 years exactly this month.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. What do you do for a living?
I'm a lead in the orthodontic office. I also do makeup and model part-time.
Part-time model. You're at the orthodontist. Mm-hmm. Orthodontist, that's what, like fixing teeth and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure your smile's on point.
That's dope. And one fun fact about yourself.
I'm a mom of 4 boys.
Dang. Wow. You almost had a starting 5. You gonna create one more?
No. Time to live my life a little bit.
Okay.
It's a starting 5.
Thank you for that. And we're gonna move it over here. Can you introduce yourself?
What's up, y'all? My name is Ashley Hale. I'm 36 years old, and my status is complicated.
Okay. Status is complicated. You 36. All right. You don't look 36. You be doing... But maybe it's... What's the...
You look good.
No, Maybelline is for hair or something. No, is it Maybelline skin?
Nah, it's keeping up with yourself. That's all.
It's that water.
Keeping it right, keeping it tight.
Maybelline's makeup.
It's that water.
Okay.
It is that water.
It's that water.
But they, black don't crack either, so.
That's a fact. You look a little mixed, so you're a little bit on the light side. What you mix with?
I'm Puerto Rican, black and white.
Okay, so you got the 3.
I do.
All right. That's what's up.
Trifecta action.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
And what you do for a living?
I model, act, host, marketing and branding, and I do recruiting.
Model, host, marketing, branding, and do recruiting. What you recruit?
Recruit for all different jobs all over the USA.
Okay.
So it could be like a maintenance mechanic, a diesel mechanic, an attorney, you name it.
Okay. Yeah. So if a nigga want to get into porn...
I can't help you with that, boo-boo.
Just was wondering. But my nigga over here can. My nigga Get Money Lean over there, Hollywood over there. He can help out with that. So that's what you do for a living. And how long you been single for? Well, I'm sorry. How long it's been complicated for?
Like 3 years on and off.
Been complicated for 3 years on and off. Okay. Well, you ain't uncomplicate that nigga?
I have, but it's hard.
So we'll get into that. That's what's up. Okay.
That's why we here, right?
That's why we here, right? We gonna talk dating and relationships. Okay, cool. One fun fact about yourself.
Let's say I like to sing and dance and twerk.
Okay.
Better see something.
All right.
I'm not ready yet. Let me drink a little more.
So that's your fun fact about yourself. Nice. Thank you for that. We're going to move it over here to, we're going to go right down the road right here. Can you please introduce yourself? This is a special guest. She came out. She wanted to show some love on the podcast. Just a little backstory. I was on 8 at the Table. And I met this lovely young lady, and it was good vibes from the beginning. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, guys. For those who don't know me, I'm Christina Mariah. I am, what was it? The name, the age. I'm 29. Mm-hmm. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brand. I'm a host. I'm an actress. Fun fact about myself is I'm half ocean and I'm taken.
Nice. Wait, half ocean. That's an ethnicity?
That's like my phrase. Like I'm half ocean. Like I'm half
Oh.
human and I'm half ocean.
So you with the flow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should have been Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
So you should have been Ariel from The Mermaid. They did have a black actress, so you saying that they should have went with you instead of that other one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's
Makes
what's
more
up.
sense. I mean, but we'll get into that.
Facts. So you said you taken. You went through a list of what you do for a living. How long you been taken for?
Since I was born.
By God? Who took you? Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ took you?
Amen.
Okay. We're going to let that rock. All right. One fun fact about yourself.
I think I'm a viral queen. I feel like everything I do goes viral.
You a viral queen, so that's a fun fact. So we going to have some good content.
Let's see.
What you saying?
I mean, I can't carry the show.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm just joking.
all right. That's what's up. Other guests, spit something. We going to move it on to you.
If you don't know, I'm Holiday the Golden Child.
Hey.
I'm an artist, media personality. I'm known for teaching women how to keep a man.
Oh.
No, that's right.
I'm an author. On my own modeling agency. My own shapewear brand, Golden Curves. It's fly and dope, living life. I'm in a great space in my life.
Okay.
I want, need, and it's great. I just teach people to be how to be great. Just
That's
love
what's up.
life, love yourself, mind your business.
Okay.
For sure.
I like the energy. And what you said you taken, right?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
And how long?
4 years.
4 years. Okay, so homie been locking it down. And how old are you?
A woman never tells her age.
I mean, it's
I don't know about
For-
anybody else. But
for podcast
I'm
purposes and
immortal.
for data.
I'm immortal.
Oh dang! So you just so even when
I'm minor. That's all.
so even if an asteroid
like that.
bomb this nigga, you gonna be the only one here.
I'm just anybody who knows me.
Okay. You sure you don't want to give for podcast purpose? We like to keep data. My man Shay like to keep data of everyone's age and
I
stuff
think
like
I said
that.
What I said, right?
So you want to keep it like that?
I mean, I said what I said. Right?
We gonna take a guess.
ChatGPT got it.
Your ChatGPT got her? What ChatGPT say? Nah? All right, so we gonna roll it on. I'm gonna say you in between, and you don't gotta answer, but you can say. Can you say hot or cold?
Absolutely not.
We gonna leave it at hot or cold. You can't say hot or cold.
You was one of them kids that didn't know how to listen, right?
No, I'm one of them kids that press the issue. Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say you 55. That's gonna make you get you to say yes or no. She 55, audience. She's 55 years old. We gonna rock out with that. No, I'm just messing with you.
You look good for 55.
So we gonna move right along to my man's over here. We just finished up a great interview.
For
Can you
sure.
introduce yourself, man?
What's happening in the world? It's your boy, Real Young G, out of Chicago, based out of Joliet, Illinois, 29, entrepreneur, independent artist, taken, you feel me?
Okay. That's
pretty much it. It's the
Homie
gist.
be everywhere.
I be chilling, I be out the way. I be
was
trying to
with
get to
the
it.
Pope the other day.
Man.
He figured out.
God bless
Homie
America.
be everywhere. He with everybody. How long you been taking for?
Man, 5 years.
Okay,
For
that's
sure.
what's up, man. So 5 years. All right, cool. Actually, wait. We're gonna cycle right back. Holiday. Fun fact about yourself.
Me.
Yeah, I forgot. You was the only one I forgot about. Because we was getting on your age.
Fun fact about me.
You 28.
You'll be here forever. That's the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
being
I can
yourself
read
is
body
like that.
language.
That's right.
Is I can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
You a chameleon now.
I could sit with the olds and grown and grandma and have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I could sit with the aunties and I could run with the 20-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
19, whatever. Like that's the beauty of like you are as old as you feel. So I'm super youthful right now.
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
What was the fun fact about yourself?
that I'm dope.
Okay, that's word. All right, word.
As fuck.
Say no more. And then, Real Young G, we gonna get into fun fact about yourself.
Man, I'm just a cool, chill, wavy nigga. You feel me?
Hello, what's your sign?
Cancer.
Okay.
When's your birthday?
June 28th.
I'm the 27th.
Oh, high five, air five. You did. Appreciate it.
Why is it okay for a man to say his age and not a woman to say her age?
I can only speak for myself. You asked me a question. When you asked everybody else their question,
They answered.
they gave their answer.
All right, so I see you.
I didn't not answer your question.
You had
I
them.
just didn't give an answer that you preferred.
Oh no,
that
it wasn't.
the question. You didn't ask me to give an answer that you preferred. You asked.
Oh
me
no,
to
it was
answer.
I asked you a question. You just didn't answer it. But
No, I didn't answer it the way you wanted me to.
well, if I say what's your age, you're supposed to answer with an age, or you don't answer with an
age. But
no, I feel you.
again,
You guys, you was raised with those.
They're not women. Let me correct myself. But I choose. That's how I carry myself.
Okay, so he's saying why?
Because that's just how I was raised. Like that's just not.
I was gonna say that. So it's just like
that you have
grandmother.
It was how she brought
It's
up.
preference though.
The weight and the age, I've heard that.
The industry.
Yeah.
And I'm never against age or ageism or any of those things. But I feel like there's just certain things that are just private, like about like how deep my vagina hole is. Like, you know,
Oh yeah.
we can talk about it, but
You take it. We don't need to know that.
It's not really a mattering factor only for the person who's fucking it.
Yeah, but
So the person who's booking me a flight or the person who is paying my whatever bills and needs that kind of information knows how old I am.
facts.
Right. So it's not a secret.
Well, not a secret,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Private.
For data purposes, we like to collect. But I'll let it. I'll let it slide. You know, let it slide this one time. Usually I get on them. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, I don't let it slide. But you came all the way out here, I'm going to let it slide.
Yeah.
So let's get into, actually, I'm going to land it. So I'm going to give it to the ladies. Me and you got to wait.
Might.
For sure. I'm with it. Ladies first. For sure.
Yeah, ladies first. So we're going to hand it over to the ladies. Any of you ladies have any questions? So any questions you have for the podcast about dating and relationships, about male and female intersexual dynamics? Any questions you ladies want to ask
I think
us?
I'm the guru. I know how to keep them in.
Okay.
None of them problems.
Okay. Any questions, ladies?
Nah.
We started off with y'all, basically. You got any questions for the podcast?
I mean, I would love. I would love
like
for
you
you
got-
to. I don't have a question.
Okay.
Again, I know how to keep a man, but for the women who do not know how to keep a man, like coming from a man, what are like the top 5 things that you feel like females should exercise in relationships?
Okay, top 5 things that they should prioritize.
I wouldn't say prioritize. You should prioritize yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But exercise certain behaviors and rituals and routines to keep a healthy relationship. I don't want to use the word
Got
keep
you.
a man. Keep a healthy relationship. I mean, I can give you my POV, but I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? So
I can
usually
answer it
when
for
we
you,
have these
yeah.
conversations and podcasts, it's usually about why a woman can't keep a man. It's never about why a man can't keep a woman.
Yeah.
So that's the question? Oh, that's a good question.
So-
we could rock with that one.
So,
So I'm cool with having a conversation about why a woman can't keep a man. I just don't want to continue to give my POV because I'm a woman. So I think women listen better when they hear men actually tell them what they don't want and what they do want in relationships.
from a woman. I got you. Okay. So that's a good question. It's only for the guys then. So we're gonna let Real Young G give his perspective. Just to sum it up real quick, what she's asking is what are your thoughts? What do you think about, well, pretty much what are maybe 5 things on how a woman can keep a man? And you're saying in a relationship already.
relationship.
Okay. Yeah, so how can a woman keep a man
I mean,
in a relationship, in a healthy relationship?
I never want to put no identity on a question like that because it's never really a right or wrong answer because once again, you know what I'm saying, my pops always told me opinion like an ass, so everybody got different opinions, different viewpoints. But I just say like peace of mind. And that could go on both ends of the spectrum. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I get it, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say if I'm out all day working. And you know, we human. We shut down sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the crib, hearing like nagging shit a little bit, you kind of get irritated. But vice versa.
That's one.
You dig what I'm saying? Vice versa, because you got a lot of females that's in there. I want to say masculine energy, right? Because they have to, right? Because a lot of guys don't really be showing up sometimes, right? But for me, man, it's really just peace of mind, man. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm always out of town. I'm always on the road. So for me, I just want to come home to some just peace of mind. Let me get peace of mind. That's pretty much how I view it right now.
Are you faithful?
For sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I always talk about I hate this for you ladies who always say like, oh, all men cheat. And I don't get mad at them because I feel like they go through this because this is their perception. This is their experience. You're going to talk about your experiences. Like, they've been cheated on, you know? So, thank you, God. Either he's just a good cheater and I never caught him, or I just never been cheated on. You understand what I'm saying? So, I attribute that to saying, like, I believe that all men don't cheat because I've experienced men that don't cheat. And I always tell, like, my guy friends who do, they players or whatever, or even the guys that I've dated, that we're still in that friend zone where we can be very honest with each other. And I'd be like, yo, listen, you're not ready for a relationship. Just take the time so you don't mess up a good thing. Yeah. Just go do you. Stop trying to lock me down. Stop trying to... Because you want me to be yours and still have your cake and eat it too. But for the men that choose to be faithful, I always tell women, men are going to be who they want to be for certain women. And what some women don't understand is like, they'll be like, they get scarred from the cheating men, but it's like, don't be scarred. Like, he wasn't in a space to be in a relationship with you. He wasn't in a space to acknowledge whatever you had going on, and it doesn't make you less of a woman. It doesn't make anything wrong with you, or for you to take that into another relationship and be like, hey, you know, every man cheats. Yeah. Like, no, it's just that man wasn't ready, and then he goes and gets with another girl and marries her right away, right? So now you're really looking at yourself like, what the fuck? Something's really wrong with me. He left me and got with this girl and gave her the world. But he was ready to do that. He probably got into a space, or she made him feel like a lot of women go off of actions. Like, I'll put that pussy on him. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that pussy on him. Real so he gonna act like this, and he gonna spend this, and he gonna spend that. There's a million pussies in the world, and if he got it like that, he gonna be spending on all the pussies.
Yeah, I always say, ain't nothing better than new pussy.
But I feel like men are logical, so I feel like it doesn't even, like you said, doesn't make a woman better that a man moved on. But sometimes a man moves on to an easier woman, not someone that stands up for herself, not someone that always catch him cheating and want to leave. Some women get married and they stay through thick and thin. Yep. Some women, you know what I'm saying? So this might be the girl that puts up with way more than the other girl. Exactly. This might be the girl that he could pull the wool over her eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's different aspects because men do what's easy for them in my eyes. I feel like men, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna pick the easier option. It's few men that deal with women that cause them to level up, that make them better men, that some guys, like you said, they might not just be ready to level up. Like, I feel like 100%, not even a woman can change a man into wanting to be or whatever. The man has to totally be ready for the woman.
Yeah, he has to want to be faithful.
I agree.
Like I was saying, like when I asked him, like, what makes you want to be faithful? A lot of the men say, the way she make me feel, she make me feel safe. Like, I'm going to tell you what makes me want to be faithful, right? Yeah. He makes me feel safe. Absolutely. And I'm not talking about with a gun or he can fight, you know, like knowing that you're going to make the right decision for us. Yeah. Knowing that, you know, if you are making decisions and you don't know the right answer, that you have enough, you're not so much in your ego that you can't come to me and say, I don't know the answer, babe. But help me. Absolutely. So we can figure this out together so we can make the right decision for you. That makes me feel safe. Where I don't have to worry about what's going on and what's happening. I'm not worrying about other females. That's not even a conversation for us. Like, if you come home late, the conversation is never going to be, oh my God, you was with another female. It's more like, are you okay? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Are you safe? Did something happen? If I'm calling your phone and you didn't answer a million times, I'm not thinking you with another woman. I'm thinking something's wrong. I'm thinking, my first conversation was, are you safe? Are you okay? Okay, then what the fuck is going on? Like, you understand what I'm saying? But
yeah, I always say, you know, females look for security value. Yeah. That's the safe aspects. That's a man of value, a man that's protecting and providing, a man that's decisive instead of indecisive, a man that's congruent instead of incongruent. So those are all masculinity features that tend to make women feel safe. And men, we look for sexual value. So women look for security value. We look for sexual value. So we want to know that that pussy is ours and only ours.
Loyalty.
So don't be posting no thirst traps. Don't be out there in the club twerking if you're mine.
That's to cater to certain men.
Well,
Yeah, because some guys don't mind it.
Well,
my man is
I'll
not
say
worried about me
this.
twerking in the club. He's not
My
worried
man is
about me
gonna
going
take
outside
the
dressed
thirst
certain-
shot.
I'll say
certain
this.
places.
Not all. Not all men. I never said all.
Yeah.
I never said all.
Once I'm his and he know I'm his, he not tripping about what I'm wearing, if I'm twerking with my girls, if I'm driving the boat. He's not worried about none of that because I personally see women settle. Right? And then when you get with the man that got a problem with everything you do or he's so insecure, that's the man that you settle with. See, I'm not settling with that. I'm going to let you know up front, like, what you signing up for. This is what I got going on. It take a very secure man to be with me.
So actually, I got a question to go around the panel then. So we're going to start here, Ashley. And it's kind of like already what we was talking about already. So here's a question. What do you think is more attractive to a man that's looking for a woman that he's going to marry? Do you think it's more attractive for him to... do you think it's more attractive if the woman lives with her parents? Or do you think it's more attractive and conducive to a good relationship if she's living on her own and independent? What do you think is more attractive in a male's perspective to men in regards to women? So let me make it very concise here. So it's a man, he has two different women. One of the women, she lives at home with her parents, and the other woman, she's independent, she is living by herself, and you get what I'm saying? So which woman would the guy choose for a long-term relationship, do you think?
I think it depends on the man because each man is different. Some men want to be the savior to a woman and want to provide and protect her and be like, I can level you up. And there's some men that want a woman that's very independent, got her own money, got her own thing. So it really depends. I think it depends on the man.
Okay.
Because everybody's different with that.
Everything depends on, the man is how many is billions of niggas out here.
Can I interject for a second?
Hold on, let me just ring it on her so I can get an answer out of her. So, gotta choose
You
one.
gotta pick one.
I'm going to pick one. I would say personally me, if I'm going to be a man, I want a woman that's independent.
Got you. What about you?
Again, so I agree. I feel like it's subjective because different ethnicities, I feel like maybe if you're Indian, you live at home with your parents, and a lot of people are like that outside of like the Black community. I feel like you can stay at home till you 35 and get it together. By the time you out that house, your credit is A1, your finances is A1. I feel like, but me, if I was a man, I think that's so beautiful, but I will be more attracted to the independent woman because I feel like as a man, anything can happen. You see the economy now. Will my woman be able to hold it down? If something happened, can she pick up the slack if something happened? So you being independent will be a turn on to me as a man, not because I don't really deal with certain men, but I feel like if I had to pick up the slack, I can. So I feel like as a man, I will be looking for that in a woman. I don't want a bum. I want a boss.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to you for a why.
Why what?
Why would the guy choose an independent woman living by herself instead of the woman that's living with her parents?
Because I think that's more attractive to them. That woman that can provide and protect and take care of herself and doesn't need a man to do that for her.
Okay.
Cool.
And we gonna whip it over here. Holiday. Gotta choose one. I know you probably think it's subjective to it could be either or, but if you're choosing one, which one you going with?
Well, one, I definitely want the woman who lives on her own. And not for the independent factor.
Okay.
Because she knows how to maintain and groom a home, clearly, because she has to take care of herself. Men don't care about your money. When he's into you, see, I keep stressing the statement of it's not a problem taking care of your woman. It's only a problem when you have to take care of her. Like that, men don't mind taking care of their women. Like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna provide. Women like, I need a man to pay for everything. He's going to do that, but he needs to know that you can already take care of yourself. You could already maintenance yourself. You could already hold it down yourself. not saying men don't love the damsel in distress chick who works at the penniless job and he super saved her.
Yeah.
Yes, that happens too. We have those men, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about the men who, when they say independent, I don't want a woman who's like, I got it, I don't need you for nothing, because then it's kind of like God. Like, if you know everything already, then let me just kill you off because you don't need to be here no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Men want you to need them, and vice versa. As a woman, you want your man to need you too. Let me iron your shirt before you go out. Hold on, did you eat breakfast yet? Wait a minute, you don't need me to make you breakfast. What bitch is feeding you at work? Like, then,
Okay.
like,
So wait, what you just said then, you just said that the woman, the man really doesn't look for the woman's security value because, you know, he's already protecting and providing, so he really doesn't need her to do that. But then you still choose to pick the woman that's independent
because she understands it. It's just like okay. I'm gonna use an athlete, right?
Okay.
It'd be a lot easier for him to date a woman who understands sports, even if she doesn't play them.
Yeah.
Because if he gets hurt, the stress that it is on his body, what he actually goes into his day-to-day, she can understand how to help him.
Finances. If you pay your rent, you probably know how to manage books. You probably know how to save a certain amount of money and not just blowing your money. So,
and when it's your man, you care about his money. I don't know about nobody else, but I want him to stay rich. I want him to stay wealthy.
Yeah,
so once he becomes mine, I'm not trying to blow through his funds. I'm trying to see how we can double it up. Like, how we can make more of what we already have. Like,
okay.
That's how you get wiped. When girls talk about getting wiped, it's like, I get it. You want the ring, you want the wedding, you want all of that. But I'm going to get on the will. I'm going to be in life insurance. I'm going to be on the trust fund. I'm going to be on all of that before my last name is
on the credit cards.
On the credit cards.
I'm on everything.
American
I'm on
Express,
everything. Everything's accessible to me as if I am his wife before I even get his last name. The ring and the knee is because that he knows that's what I need.
Okay, facts. So we're going to move it over to, we're going to save the men for last.
So.
Yourself, Arya, what do you think?
I mean, I can't speak on a man's behalf because every man, like they all said, have their own way of thinking and what they want. But
Generally
I'm gonna speak
speaking, what do you
from my experience.
Okay, sure.
I was broke and lived with my mom, and my man wifed me. Well, my ex wifed me. I was married at 21, and we went through the struggle together. So
you're gonna use your experience, the anecdotal experience,
and
to make. So you're choosing the girl that's at home living with her parents.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Go through the struggle
What about
together.
you?
Man, personally, like I said, I like that form of, independence. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, because coming to you, like, you don't need me for nothing, it make a person want to do more. You know what I mean? Make a person be like, dang, she don't need me for nothing. Okay, I'm more inquired than that, because think about it. We all know money's the root of all evil. Money's power, right? If I got the money, I control the situation. So if I want to decide to cheat, who are you to tell me not to?
Right.
I mean, that's how some people are programmed to think. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stay regardless. But if you like, man, I'm an independent woman. I do my things. I can provide for myself. I don't need you. It's more attractive. It's like, okay, dang, she don't need me. She know how to make a household. Like, once again, my parents been married for like 35 years. So, I didn't see, my mama just retired 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, so the fact that my daddy on his way to retire, but for the fact that when she was ready to stop working and stop helping out with the household, he said, don't worry, I got you. Like, he come home to cook meals every day, 7 days out the week. You know what I'm saying? It's because he told me that the smart decisions your dick make, the smart decisions you make. And that's just 1,000.
Your daddy is a smart man.
Actually, you're the only one that chose, you think the guy would be more attracted to the woman that lives with her parents.
I mean, that's just in my experience.
Got you, your experience.
I was also very young.
No. Guess what? I agree with what you said. Everyone else chose the latter. So I'm going to give my perspective on why. And actually what all of you ladies said is valid. You get what I'm saying? So how I look at things, right? I always look at things. This is when I make decisions just as a man. There's always pros and then there's cons. All you ladies said for the independent woman, those was the pros that you said was all facts. And what you said to all facts. So I don't got nothing to say against nothing what y'all said. Just leave it there. But I'm about to say some stuff. So
here we go.
My perspective on this, right? If my son came to me and he asked me, he said, Father, I'm looking, I have 2 women. one lives with her mom, and I want to wife one of them up, and the other one, she's independent. She got things going on. So here's what I would say, exactly what your experience is. So the reason why I would advise my son or any man to choose the woman that lives at home is because, one, the probability is extremely lower that she's going to be less promiscuous, right? And men, we look for purity in women. And the reason why the probability is, I see the faces turning, but you're going to get to work. Because I didn't disagree with what y'all said. But I'm sure you're going to disagree with what I'm saying. So
I'm ready to give it back.
Oh, yeah. No, but think about it. I didn't disagree with what y'all said.
I want to hear.
Yeah, so the probability would be extremely lower, generally speaking, the woman that is living with her parents, right? Usually when a woman is living with her parents, let's say she's 22, whatever the age is, 25, her father is there, so that is the disciplinarian. If she's out all night, he's gonna be checking up on her. Hey, baby girl, this maybe you shouldn't be staying out too late. Or maybe you shouldn't be hanging with those people. So you got a little bit more parental guidance when a woman is at home living with her parents, rather than the independent woman that's out there. Her crib is her crib. Tyrone, you could come over at 7. Nick, you come over at 9. Byron, Byron at
in the morning.
You the late night booty call. So what I'm saying is that the probability is just higher for the independent woman to be doing more promiscuous behavior. And since men, we look for purity, we cherish purity. Why do you think a woman walks down the aisle in a white dress? Because it signifies purity. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what we look for. The other thing is this, right? And everything is probabilities. Because anything is possible. An asteroid can come down and blow us all to smithereens. But me, myself, and I'm a very, very logical person. So I look at probabilities instead of possibilities. So the probability is extremely lower for that woman that's living at home with her mom to be more feminine. You know why?
I can't.
Do you know why? I'll tell you why.
I can't stand
Well, the probability is extremely higher for her to be more feminine because guess what? She got her parental guidance around. Ooh. She's not independent. She's not fighting the world. You get what I'm saying? When a woman is independent, she at home, she taking care of the bills, she washing dishes, she's doing all these things. So she's handling more pressures in the world, which hardens her. You get what I'm saying? She's independent. She's being a little bit more hardened. So the probability is extremely higher for the woman that's living at home with her parents to be a little bit more feminine because she doesn't have to handle all those pressures that the single independent woman is handling. No. So guess what? Guess what, ladies? Men, we cherish purity and we also cherish femininity. We want that soft, feminine, submissive woman that's just home that's going to make us feel good and give us peace. Like my man over here said. So I don't disagree with what you ladies said because those are factors. We do want a self-sufficient woman. You get what I'm saying? But here it is. We want to be superheroes. I ain't done yet.
Because, baby, we can tag team this. We're going to jump you.
At the end of the day, we want to be superheroes, right? We want to be superheroes. So we want to think about it. Every Disney movie, the king or the guy, he slays the dragon and he rescues the princess from the castle. Well, if she's independent, who are we rescuing?
From the
what? It's so many other ways to rescue a woman.
Let me finish.
He wants to come get her parents from the shelter.
Ladies, one mic at a time. I'm going to land my plane in a second. I'm going to give it to y'all. But here's the third thing, right? We want to be the superhero to that woman. So we want to show that woman the world, right? The probability is extremely higher for us to show the woman the world and she can experience a whole lot of new experiences with that soft, feminine, pure woman that's living at home with her parents. And we can show her the world and introduce her to new things. But that independent woman, boss babe, she been everywhere. She been to Cancun. She been on a yacht. She experienced everything. So now when we take her to Cancun, well, I've been here before, but we take that, girl that's ain't really had a whole lot of experiences. She's like, oh my gosh, wow, we're doing so much stuff, and we like to feel that. We would like to feel like a superhero. You get what I'm saying? We like to feel that, just the woman that's inexperienced because. Is this correlating, ladies?
I'm gonna pop over
not
here. I feel
correlating.
like a balloon, like a water balloon, and you just keep on pouring the water. I'm about to pop.
You popping your pee.
Did that correlate?
I feel like my vein is about to know because you picked the other one, so don't. Okay, for one.
My time, we're gonna let you go.
One.
Do your thing.
So I feel like the first thing you said was because of the femininity was the second.
First thing was purity.
So the purity, I feel like
being promiscuous.
Okay, so I feel like if you a hoe, you a hoe. It don't matter if I have a curfew at 10 o'clock. If I want to go suck on 4 penises by 10, I'm going to do what I got to do because, and who says the girl can't spend the night out? Exactly. Who says that the parents even give a about her?
Exactly. One key thing, Chrisana. Look, one key thing. You speaking about right now, possibilities. Anything is possible. I spoke about probabilities. So when you look at things from a probable standpoint, you tend to make better decisions in general as a human being. So since I'm a rational male, and since I look at probabilities, the probability of everything I said is extremely more likely to happen. It's going to lead the relationship down a more successful path.
Like she said, if I want to suck dick between 9 to 5, I'm going to do that if my curfew is at 10. If I'm a promiscuous young girl, whether I'm exposed, daddy's there or not, all of this, because my daddy was there, I seen healthy kissing, 2 parents, married household, does not change flipping that channel and then landing on porn. It doesn't change. I don't care what era you come from, you find it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it's what you do with it. Either you're the girl who holds her virginity until you get out of high school, or you're the girl who you find a way to say I'm having after school practice so you can suck dick.
So what point do you disagree with?
What I'm saying is that one, the woman who lives at home is not less promiscuous. The probability that she's going to be less promiscuous because she lives home. How about she's going to be more promiscuous living at home? I'm going to tell you why, because I know you want that answer.
Sure.
A woman living on her own, 9 times out of 10, she's not inviting Byron, Tyrone, Sean. Once she'll do that at her mama's house, but she feels safe there.
So
because she know that Tommy. Hold on, let me land,
real quick.
Okay.
I'll let you land real quick. So, once again, ladies, it's you ladies get it in your mind real quick. Everyone, you 2 ladies right now, is all speaking about possibility. We know it's possible.
No, you're not letting
No, let me finish. We also, because you're going to watch it back, and because from everything I said. So, possibilities, right? Anything is possible. Like what you're saying like, yeah, well, it's possible that, if she's living at home with her parents, that, she could go out and do these things. It's possible. But think about it probable, right? Like you have, let's bring it back in. You're a woman. And you have a mom and a father, and you're living at home. Let's say you're 25 years old. You have more parental guidance. You have a masculine energy around you that's going to be looking after you, and you have a feminine energy around you, and both your parents are going to care about you. Then not only that, right? Say if you wanted to invite people to your house, you would have to sneak them in. Say if you wanted to go out on a late night, maybe after like 3 a.m., you would have to. You think your father is going to let you and just let you be doing random things?
Yes, you're grown.
Exactly.
You're grown woman.
Like logically speaking, ladies, think about it. Logically speaking, you have your own crib. You can invite anyone you want over. So guess what? You don't have to go outside. You can invite niggas over. You're just saying that, well, women, they'll, be going outside, more if she's living at home with her parents.
Because you want to be away from your parents.
Yeah, going outside is going outside. Well, that's possible, but it still isn't probable. You get what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let me say one more. Let me say one thing. I disagree with you about the experience, because if a girl hasn't went to Tulum and you feel like that can impress her over, like, say me, I'm well traveled, I've been around the world twice. I feel like I can take you somewhere. Some men like that. You're speaking on the standpoint of you probably, but I can call 5 guys right now. They're gonna all agree with me.
Are those guys
I feel
low
like
value or higher value guys?
They're high value.
Okay, explain about these high value guys that would be. I've never met a high value guy that's going to allow a woman to pay for a bill, that's going to allow a woman to take them on a trip, that's going to allow a woman to give any type of their
But I'm not
resources,
saying, I'm
because
talking
high-value guys
about
don't
the
do
first
that.
initial
They don't operate that
question.
way.
The initial question that you're asking me. That's what I'm speaking on.
Yeah, but still,
Everything
baby
else,
girl.
I'm just talking about experiences. You want a girl that you can wow, and other guys, it's just like maybe, okay, you want a girl that hasn't been anywhere,
All
lives
men.
at home with the parents.
It's innately in us. All men,
I
all
wouldn't.
men
I don't
innately-
agree with
Can I
that.
just say- can I just say
I don't
something
think
real
so.
quick?
And
I'm sorry.
I lived with my parents, right? And that's because I chose to. I could have moved out if I wanted to, but I chose not to. I went to college. I did everything I had to do. Get my own car by myself. My parents didn't pay for that. We were poor. So when I met my husband then, he was poor. We had nothing. So it had nothing to do with being promiscuous or having all these options or whatever else. Like, and I was cooking at 12. I helped my mom raise the household. So I think he married me because he just knew I was going to be a good woman. It had nothing to do with anything else. That's
Oh, I got a question. I got a question to correlate on.
Absolutely, I agree.
Sense,
Yeah.
right? We're gonna start.
What?
We started with you, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna start here with you.
okay.
Okay. So this is another question. So it's your son again, and he came to you, Mommy, I need some advice. He's 30 years old, and he's a man of. He worked on himself. Maybe he's a doctor or a lawyer. He's a prestige man, a man of value. And he said, Mom, I have these two women. I want to marry one of them. One of them has 100 body counts, right? And the other girl has 3 body count. What would you advise your son to do?
Marry the one that has 3 body count.
Why?
Because why would you want to be with somebody who's been with everybody?
Lord,
Okay, mercy. I was just about to say.
Okay. We gonna bring it over. We gonna men go last.
For sure.
no, let him go because I hear him. I need to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
You was my
men
road to the beginning.
men go last. So we all gonna agree on some things together and disagree on some things. It's okay. Go ahead, Holiday. Which one? You want to repeat the question, or you got
go
it?
ahead.
Okay. So your son, you got any kids?
No.
Okay, so let's say if you had a son, right? You birthed this individual. You had carried them for 9 months. You pushed them out. You raised them through elementary, through middle school, through high school. You seen him, developed as a man, and now he's a lawyer or a doctor, someone of prestige. And he came to you and said, Mom, I love these women equally. Don't think about the little details. Just think about the main point. Which woman would you advise your son to marry?
Whoever he made him feel.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's all
Absolutely.
of the love that he feels from these women are equal. Literally, the women are equal. The only thing that's different is that one has 100 body count, and the other one has 3 body count.
Whoever makes him feel better.
They love him the same. They both.
There's no.
What do you mean? Her
I don't
body
know. I
count-
disagree.
First of all, her body count doesn't matter because the girl that had sex with 3 people.
Well, before you explain that, just give which one would you choose?
If I had to choose,
Yeah, if you had
I
to
would tell him to
choose.
go with the girl that got the 100 body counts.
Okay, now explain why.
Okay, one, she has way more experience, son. She can please you. If I'm talking to my son. I'm talking to my son. He's probably slinging. I'm probably teaching him. I'm probably already letting him know, like, don't be fucking all these bitches.
Okay.
Fine, pretty nigga. They trying to get your baby.
All right.
I'm schooling my son.
You schooling.
I'm
Giving him the
teaching
Mac.
him who to spend money on. It's okay to treat a woman like a lady. Take her on a date. Spend a little chicken on her. Don't be no cheap nigga. You know what I'm saying? But don't be no stupid nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be teaching
You gonna
my
game
son
him up.
like I do my nephew.
So you saying he gonna have big dick energy?
Cause I have a nephew, so I teach him how to be right.
So pretty much you saying
Don't be fucking
you gonna
these girls
teach your son
raw. I
how
don't
big
care
dick
how much you
energy
like
so he
her.
can handle the girl that has 100 body counts?
No,
So
what I'm
that's you're saying.
telling him is that her having 100, the girl with 3 body counts may not be able to satisfy you.
Oh, okay.
So this may not be a long-term healthy relationship that you thought you were going into. Whereas for the girl with the 100 body counts, because I mean, where I'm at in my life, I done fucked a couple niggas in my life to keep it a buck. But at the end of the day, the nigga that I choose to wife and be with forever, he's gonna appreciate all the experience that I done had. Trust me.
But you can learn that with your man with 3.
Yeah, you can. I have a best friend. She been with 2 men in her whole entire life, right? Her man she's with now, she's engaged. God bless her. They've been together 15 years.
That was me.
That's the only thing she's ever stuck, flipped, whatever. She experiences everything through him. Obviously, he's way more experienced than her.
Yeah.
Because he's done his thing.
Right.
But when we talk as women, she vicariously lives through my stories.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Vicariously lives through me. Like, damn, you know, if I could ever, not to say you're not thinking about it, not to say that now you have a girl who's only been with these certain amount of people and she has to live the rest of her life with the what if. That alone, you might not never get that conversation from your wife.
Okay, so
because she's gonna always come to you
She'll
like,
have FOMO, fear of missing out.
no, she's gonna. Absolutely, but she's never going to have that conversation with you, so you're never going to know that because she doesn't want you to feel like inferior to the fact of what she didn't have, what you worried about, it, what you didn't get, what you didn't suck, what experiences you didn't have. But promise you, when she's watching those pornos in her head, she's like, damn, I wonder what it does feel like to have two niggas in my mouth at one time.
Got you. Okay, so to sum it up, Holiday, you are choosing the girl with Shay. Holiday, you are choosing a girl with the 100 body counts for your son because you are you pretty much is going to tell your son to prioritize sexual satisfaction and also.
No, don't twist my words.
Well, sexual satisfaction is because you said that the woman is going to have more sexual experience.
Oh, and my last
he's
point.
Going to prioritize.
And my last point is, she done did everything already. Like for a girl like me, I was a stripper. I'm retired.
Yeah.
I done did everything. So the men that get me now, I'm super faithful because there's nothing I'm desiring to do.
Yeah,
I'm not like, oh my God. When I see handsome men, attractive, wealthy men every day, I don't have no urges.
I got you. Let me just sum it up for you because we need to go around the panel.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much telling your son to choose the woman that has the 100 body counts because of sexual satisfaction. I mean,
because she's more experienced.
More experienced. That's what is sexual satisfaction. That's the one I use. And then also fear of missing out, FOMO, which ties into
the girl with the lesser
body count.
Yep.
Got you. So that girl with the lesser body count is like, stay away from that one. She gonna experience. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
She's more likely to suck a dick in the janitor closet because she's like,
no experience. Exactly. You can.
Go ahead.
A guy can, listen, my regular friends, some of my regular friends, if I bring them out around certain people, basketball, football, they might be the ones to do something first besides the girl that got the Chanel, the Cartier, the everything else because she already got it. Whether it's herself, whether a guy presented it, she already in a position where she can turn down stuff because she's experienced stuff. The girl that don't got much, that live at home with her mom and dad, may not have seen a shiny bling bling, don't know how much a chain costs, and it's gonna be wowed by certain factors.
So let me get
They're gonna be
and then I'll give you,
absolutely.
You can do the why, right? So are you choosing the 100 body count or?
So I feel like I agree. I feel like both is as long as he loves her. If it was my son,
your son.
But as a mom, I think I will pick the girl with 3 only because it's subjective. The whole thing is subjective.
Absolutely.
But I feel like it's open to diseases, right? So say this girl has so many.
I thought you was.
No, because I was gonna say 100. But now I'm like, because the question is my son,
right?
You know, because. Absolutely. I feel all the things you just said about the experiences, and I feel like some girls with 3, they always gonna want more. I feel like as a woman, you may want to see how the other penis is. So it's not guaranteed that she's gonna stay with him. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if it was even the love and everything else, then maybe the safer option because it's my son. So I feel like that may be the safer option. But if it was me as a guy, I'm picking the freak of the week. I want to get,
but that's more for fun, not to wife.
Hold on.
Because I feel like she knows how to treat a man. Because I love hoes, so I feel like, I'm subjective. So that's why I said if it was me, I'd probably pick the 100.
The good girl don't know what to look out for. If your son is out there cheating and moving around and doing whatever he's doing, at least the girl who has the more experience, she knows what to look for. I understand.
No, I don't want the one that stabbed my son. I want the one that's going to let him cheat.
Diseases, right? And all that stuff like that. More than likely, the girl who has slept around, she knows how to protect herself. She knows how to move a certain way. She's like, I'm not putting my mouth on that.
That's not everybody, though.
The girl who has less experience, she doesn't know what to look for. She doesn't know the red flags. So she may end up, I've met a lot of girls who have caught things and they don't sleep around.
But you can get caught. You can catch that. I know people that's married that caught things.
Just to sum it up for you guys, this is not a single girl. This is a girl that she's with the man. She's with your son. So she ain't out there like in them streets currently. You feel
Right,
what I'm
but your
saying?
son may be-
Neither of them.
Yeah, none of them. Even 100 body count. She ain't in the streets currently. She
Yeah.
was in them streets.
Right.
You get what
It
I'm
doesn't
saying?
matter.
All right, so cool. All right, so
Exactly.
those are your answers. Okay, I respect it. And what about yourself, Ashley?
I would say I wouldn't honestly really care what my
Me
son
neither.
chose because at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can really say you love each woman equally. You don't. I'm sorry to say it, but I don't
Amen.
think a man really can
So this
say
is
he
a,
loves
just
both
a
those women
scenario,
equally.
If you had
But
to
that's not a
choose.
realistic scenario.
Well,
Let's keep it
it's
real. That's
actually
not
realistic.
No, I don't think so because you can't
get into
equally
that.
love the women the same way.
Well,
Doesn't
one,
matter how
well,
many the body count is or anything of that
let me
nature.
Put my phone down. Well, one, it's truly false. So since the beginning of time, men were polygamous. Men had multiple wives.
Okay.
So
I think
since
Look at
the-
these Google
okay.
facts.
Since the beginning of time, niggas was smashing. Okay, I'll tell you this: there were only
You good?
two men of value. Only two men of value in the history of this planet Earth that was a man of value and that was 100% faithful and wasn't promiscuous at all. I'll tell you who it was. The first man was Adam because he only had Eve. So he didn't have a chance to be promiscuous. The second man was Jesus. This nigga was saving lives, raising people from the dead. He was curing blindness. He was doing all that. He was basically God in Jesus in a human flesh form. Those were the only two men of value, of high value, that was non-promiscuous. All the kings, sultans, King David, everyone in the Bible was sleeping around. You get what I'm saying? So, to make it make sense to you, a man is truly capable of loving two women, three women, four women equally. It's even in all of the Muslim right now, all of Islam. They can have up to 4 wives if they provide for each
That don't
wife.
mean they
the
ain't got a
same.
favorite.
And guess what?
Exactly.
Up to 7 wives. No, what I'm telling you is that there are, how many Muslims out there is it? It's probably 80, 800,000, and they all operate like this. You get what I'm saying? So there are millions of people. 800 million people. There are millions of people, probably almost a billion of people out there that still can. A man can still love multiple women the same. We are capable of it. I'm a man. I could tell you myself. I could truly love multiple women the same,
I can
but a
love
woman
multiple
can't
men.
do that.
Yes, I can.
That's haram.
I get what you're saying, but there's
That
still
is-
a ranking.
that's blasphemy.
You're still gonna rank your women.
That's disgusting. Think about it. You gotta now think about this holiday. If you
Slavery
could love
was
two multiple
legal.
men at the same time, that means that you would have to submit to 2 multiple men. How can you serve 2 masters? You're submitting to one man, and then you're gonna allow another nigga to slide in between your soul gap, smacking and flipping around.
I
You will
know how
not
to
submit to 2
soul
multiple men and
gap.
love them the same. That is haram. That is in the Bible and all the texts, the Torah, all of that. It's disgusting.
You are bugging, but it's okay for y'all to do it. It's okay for y'all to do it.
Who said it has to be
Oh
intimacy?
shit.
Okay.
No woman is having sex
Yeah, how
with
to feel,
multiple men and loving multiple men. They don't even love
You
them
don't know
niggas.
that. You don't know
Okay,
that.
let me. Okay.
Exactly.
You don't know that. You don't know what people do.
You're not a
Got off topic.
girl.
Let's bring it back.
I've definitely been in love
Oh,
with
snaps.
men before.
Snaps. Let's get it back on cycle.
He's not a
Get back on
girl.
cycle. I got you, Young G. You coming next.
Yeah, I'm telling man. You feel
So
me?
you chose the 100.
I really don't care what my son. As long as he's
Just
happy,
pick one.
I'm gonna pick 100. Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. Real Young G.
Yeah.
Who are you advising your son to date if he came to you, Papi? Dada. He's 30. He's like 35.
Yeah, 35, okay.
And he's like, yo, I got a girl that got 100 body counts, but yo, they both love me equally. I love them equally. Which one should I choose? 3 body count or 100?
I'm gonna get a conversation that my dad gave me as a jit. He said before you actually want to commit, you want to get that shit out your system. You know what I'm saying? So your sexual demons that you feel like you want to precise, you gonna go out there and you know you're gonna be promiscuous with the girl that's been out there did 100 body counts and things of that nature. You dig what I'm saying? But far as like I said, if you want somebody that you want to love, it's the question is really subjective because I know I got homies that body count girl 3, but they cheating on them.
No. So we're not speaking about men
Yeah.
and how men operate with
For sure.
women because niggas have a
gonna be
virgin and still be cheating. Like I said, there was only
Yeah.
Adam and
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
So for the man's perspective, right? What do you think? Like, what would you advise your son to do? Just thinking on your son
Okay, just thinking on my son.
and your son. For the woman, like which one would he choose? The one with the 100 or the one with the 3?
Don't let him get in your head.
And I'm just talking some real shit. Like if my son in general.
And it's married too. It's a long
Long time, right? All right. Let's say you raise your son, right? Let's say he is square, right? I'm just speaking in general. Just keeping it 100. Let's say my son's a square, right? He good grades, everything square, and I say, okay, I could be like, okay, so who do you love the most? Like you say you love both, right? And one was in the streets, one was this and that.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I would say if he it's really subjective, bro, because if he tells me the one with the 100 body count is doing things and I just love her dad, I just want to be with her dad because, I just love, I can rescue her and save her from this life, then my nigga go with the 100. But, you know what I'm saying?
Clapping for no reason. I got you. I'm going to help you out.
But if he's like, I don't like to think about that because once again, we man and we be like, damn, how many dicks did she suck?
Yeah,
like,
I'm going to help you out. Make it very simple, right?
Yeah.
Just think about, instead of thinking about all the possibilities, just think about the probabilities.
Okay.
And then you'll make a decision that way because we already know what's probable with 100. Like we men.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what's probable. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to be the last one to speak. You don't get this work, baby girl.
Because this pussy is hitting. Let me tell you, tight, right? I'm white. I don't got no, you know what I'm saying? So look,
I love this.
I want to know what's that.
No, you good, mama.
What happens after 100 bodies? What happened?
So,
Because his
which
is
one
the
would you
end all be all over here.
It's not end all be all. It's a decision. And as men and as human beings, we must make decisions. We must be decisive. If you're not decisive, you're going to stumble. Get back up, maybe. But you're going to stumble again. Maybe get back up, maybe. And keep stumbling because you're not decisive. You're an indecisive punk. So what I'm saying is that choose one.
I like. And
Don't be an indecisive punk.
I'm not saying that to him.
And it's him not being insecure or nothing like that.
It's just
Pick one, Jesus Christ.
I ain't gonna lie. I say 3. I ain't gonna lie to you.
that nigga been wanting to say 3. He was trying to be nice to y'all.
I believe in like double standard. I believe in double standard. I believe in double standard. Like
track 4.
Like once again, the interview we had, like Tupac said before, if a woman sleeps with 100 niggas, she's still a homegirl. Don't make her a hoe. It make her a hoe if she sleeping with a nigga for money. Like I believe in double standard.
I believe in hoes.
Tupac died when he was 25. That nigga had a lot to learn. Trust me, that nigga dead. He died when he was 25. That nigga didn't know nothing. That nigga know a little bit of information. He's a young boy.
4 could have been sleeping with men for money.
He was a young boy. We gonna get this work right now. Put the camera on me.
I just want to say one
go ahead.
thing,
Go ahead,
that
baby girl.
walls are genetic. So let me just say.
Wait, pussy walls?
Yeah. So girl with 3 bodies, walls may be trash. I just want to.
It might be dry.
IE on that quotation.
Yeah, we gonna keep it a buck on everything now, right? So I'm not speaking about none of you. I'm gonna speak to the camera in general, so no one gets offended.
I won't.
Nothing is better than new pussy. So that's just the way it is. That's just life, right? So yeah, about the whole pussy thing, nothing is better than new pussy to a man. Just to give a quick perspective, a man could be in a relationship with a woman that's a 10, he'll knock a 2 down. Just what it is what it is. That's what niggas do.
Yo.
And mostly when women cheat, they 99 point, I would say 100% of the time, they cheat up, meaning that somewhere the guy is lacking and that other dude isn't lacking, so they're cheating for a reason, like they're cheating up. Men, it ain't no reason. We'll cheat. This is what if it's there as an available, we gonna knock it down. So now here's the reason, and we're gonna correlate all of this. So y'all gonna get this work, right? Because y'all ain't even ready for this.
Who is these
Not
niggas?
high value.
Niggas I know. At one point in their life, they would slide in the closet and fuck the 600 pound
Holiday,
bitch
let me get
or
this
the
out
weird
real quick,
bitch.
baby girl.
But
I got you.
Niggas is not just fucking anything.
Oh yeah, some niggas, and niggas of
Weird niggas.
And you know what's better than new
Weird
pussy?
niggas.
not
no
weird.
pussy.
Because we knew pussy to somebody else too. So I dare nigga to try me.
But then that would just make you a whore if
So
you're out there
what?
sleeping around. And men, we don't like whores. Both you ladies are taken.
Some men love whores. Speak for yourself.
We love whores. Hey, ladies, we love whores to smash, not to wife. And this question,
It's 2023.
niggas, low value men like wife whores. Before I even give my point on this, I asked this question for a reason, right? And this is all random. The question was in my phone, but it was all random based off the topics we was having. So it wasn't planned, but you're going to get this work. So the first question that I asked on the panel was, who do you think, is, more attractive, the woman to a man for a long-term relationship? The woman at home, You living with her parents, or the woman independent, living by herself, right? And all of you, besides you, chose the woman, the single independent woman, right? Then I asked another question. The question was, if you had a son, who would you advise him to marry? The woman that has 100 body counts, or the woman that has 3 body counts? Look like you switched up on this one, and I see your reasoning for it. And I respect your reasoning. It was very logical for your reasoning, because it's actually the same question. You said 3, and you said 3, and you said 3, and then you two said 10. And I'm not getting on y'all for y'all answer. I mean 100, my bad. You know, when it comes down to make a choice and to be decisive and what's going to get you the best result, you need to think probability instead of possibility. Because possibilities, you're going to fall into a pond. Probabilities, you're going to end up where God in heaven, wearing a crown, dripped up in some white and some Jordan 1s on. Who knows? But let me get to the point, right? Okay, I'm still playing around. So those two questions kind of correlated, right? So we're going to go with Holiday's answer, because yours kind of matched up with that for the 100 body count. Holiday, the reason why you said 100 body count is because you said that men, your son is sexual satisfaction and FOMO.
That is not what I said.
Well, we all agreed to sexual satisfaction.
No, you agreed to that. What I said was that he wants a woman with more experience.
Yeah, sexual satisfaction. That's what that means. Okay? Please, that's what it means. You gonna watch it back, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, all the fans and they gonna be in the comments. Okay. That's what it means. So, and then you also said he would choose the one with the 100 body counts because that girl that got 3 body counts, she's gonna experience FOMO. Here's a statistic, right? You guys, ladies, probably know it. So 80% of divorces are initiated by women, right?
Men don't leave, we know.
Yeah, women leave. I also gave that other statistic when a woman hits a body count of 6, which is a study. It was done. It's statistics out there. It's facts. When she reaches a body count of 6, the probability for her to maintain a long relationship, it literally drops down. So it's an 80% chance that she's not going to be able to be in a long-term relationship anything after 6, right? So with those statistics there, those studies, right? I don't even have to give my perspective on this part yet, but it's like the logical answer would be to choose the 3 because that's your son. You birthed them, you raised them. You want them to choose the woman that has the lower body count because she's less experienced. Here's something else, ladies. I need you ladies to all understand because this will help you out. Attraction isn't symmetrical. It is asymmetrical. So what you're attracted to in a man, that doesn't mean that we're attracted in those same characteristic traits back. You want a man that has experience because he handled pressures from the world, which then means that in your relationship, he'll be able to handle pressures and take care of you. We look for a woman that's inexperienced because she's less likely to be hardened, right? You get what I'm saying? Because all human beings, male or female, when we go through things and experience things, we all become hardened. But a hardened man is attractive because that normally, if he overcomes it, that hardness, it's masculinity. That's what it transfers into. But that woman, when she's hardened, it transfers into the same thing, masculinity. And we don't like masculine women, right? So that woman that has 100 body counts, she is for the streets. You good, Shay?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Also, in regards to the 100 body count and also, choosing the woman to stay at home, if you correlate all of this, right? And now, and land my plane here, right? So if you correlate these two questions, they are pretty much the same because men are different from women. And I think we all can agree on that, right? We don't think that men and women are the same. You want a guy, just show of hands real quick. Do you want a guy that's, and all just ladies, not you, Real Young J. Do you want a man that's stronger than you? Show of hands. Okay. Do you want a man that makes more money than you? Show of hands. Okay.
Subjective.
Okay. Okay. Or the
Not
same.
for me. More.
It's subjective.
Okay.
More.
Oh no, I'm talking about, but you though.
It's subjective. Just because I make more than him, depending on what I do for a living, is I could wake up and make a lot of money one day. depending on what he does for a living doesn't mean that he
What
still
would-
can't suffice our lifestyle.
Oh yeah, I feel what you're saying. What would be your preference? Like if you had one to choose.
One, as long as we can afford our lifestyle.
Okay,
I don't
so
care
for
who
you,
makes
so
more.
for you don't care. Okay, cool. So you want a man that's stronger than you? Do you ladies prefer a man that's taller than you?
No.
Not you. What about you? No, don't care about height. Okay,
Yeah.
I do.
do okay. Do you want a man that's more competent than you are?
In certain areas, maybe, but we're helpmates. So I may be more
I agree.
more knowledgeable in certain areas. I mean, in my relationship, my man has all the money, but I know how to orchestrate it a lot better than he does.
Yeah, competent. I mean, when there's a problem, like generally speaking, if there's a problem,
want him
would
to
you
figure it
want
out.
him to figure that out, and then do you want your man to be able to figure that problem out, or that this nigga incompetent, is all on me to figure out? Which one would you prefer?
She kind of answered that in the beginning. She wants it to be equal.
I said,
She did.
depending on the situation, like my man may need me to step in.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'll ask it clearly, right? So if there is, just generally speaking, right, a problem arises, right? And do you want your man to be able, to be capable to handle the problem?
Meaning like he got 10 toes and 10 feet.
No, I'm not done. Look. Do you want a man to be capable to handle the problem, or do you want a man to be incapable of handling a problem?
I want him to be capable to.
There you
bring
go.
in
So
the
you want him
necess- hold on,
competent.
let me-
Yeah,
I want him
you want him
to be
competent.
capable to bring in the necessary.
Yeah,
tools
that
and
is. That's the same thing.
resources.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the obvious question.
So
Like, who's
he
going
may
to be
not be able
incapable?
to fix it,
Well, no.
but he knows to pick up the phone and say, "I'm not capable." This is what I said earlier.
Yeah. So
if my
let
man's
me
not
finish.
Smart enough to figure out this problem. I want him to be smart enough to let me know that
Yeah.
he can't.
I
figure
get it.
out.
Yeah, I know
That's
you said it.
competent.
Yeah. You just agreed to it
Competent
right there.
enough to know that you can't handle this shit.
That a man can't handle something.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, you reversed it, saying
Yeah,
that.
I want
If
him to be
he's
competent enough to
oh, if he
know when
can't
he-
handle it
to
and stuff
admit-
like that.
to admit
Of
when
course,
he
yeah, that's
can't
not the
handle
question, though. All right, but cool. So you pretty much said it. You want him more competent. You want him you want a competent male. You don't want him incompetent, because then he can't handle anything. Of course, you want a man that's competent. So think about this, ladies. Those characteristic traits that you want in a man, guess what? Generally speaking, most men don't care about that in a woman. None of it.
Yeah.
All right.
height and stuff, yeah.
So think about that, right? So since we don't prioritize, now it's a priority. So since we don't prioritize those characteristic traits in women, and you prioritize those characteristic traits in men, we prioritize femininity. We prioritize peace.
You gonna say competent? A man doesn't want a competent woman
It's not
that's raising
prioritized.
their kids?
It's not
you
prioritized. Good question, but what does that have to do with anything?
It has a lot to do with it.
It doesn't have anything
It
to do with anything.
does. It
But
does.
so what were you just saying? Go ahead, because I wanted to reply back to that. What were you just saying?
I'm saying, like, I feel like men think about that kind of stuff, like who's raising their children and stuff. So I wouldn't say that is not a priority. Maybe not your priority.
Well, that's different. You're confusing
But some
competency
men-
with nurturing.
Okay, so what about femininity? What about tomboys? Because I have a cousin that's literally a tomboy. She doesn't wear anything. She's considered a masculine female. She's been married for like 7 years.
Yeah,
so
there's always exceptions to the rule.
Some men like a feminine woman.
Yeah, I never said
Some
that. I
men-
said most men. There's always some out there that would take a woman, a tomboy. You know, some men that would take another man. So there's always exceptions to the rule. So ladies, we speak in generalities here. So for a quick example, right? Generally speaking, the world works off generalities. So I'll just give not a rule, but something to where when we play this back and you watch it, you're not clipped and you're not looking crazy. So here's a quick thing to help you ladies out. And on future podcasts, you're going to, because you'll kill it. General rule, right? The world works off generalities. For example, parking spots. We know that there are handicapped people, but the majority of people aren't handicapped. That's why it's only 4 parking spots. So there's always exceptions, but the exception doesn't make the rule. Make sense? And then you also got to think about, always keep the mindset that if you, don't always bring it back on yourself. If you're a millionaire, right? And you had the mindset like, oh, well, my experiences is this, my experience is that, and you're a millionaire and you always experience lavish lives, lavish this. You won't give a freak about the poor people because you've always lived this rich life, right? So we know that. So you always have to put yourself in people's shoes. So you have to think generally, because the general population doesn't always experience what you or maybe your friend experienced. So you always want to think bigger than smaller.
I mean, it's a podcast, so everything's subject.
Cool.
That's what makes the podcast. Everyone
we got the after party
perspectives and points of views.
We got 15 minutes. Let's wrap it up. Actually, let's go into
I'm gonna say this. It's 2023. Everything that's normalized is not even normal anymore. Donald Trump was the president. He was a reality star.
Oh, no, Donald Trump. Trump 2024.
His wife did what? Playboy. I feel like this is a new age world that we're living in. A lot of things that you have even said is from the 1960s. A lot of people are definitely thinking different now. A lot of things are not probability because anything can happen. Men are not gonna wife Ice Spice that twerks and has her tongue out because she's probably not saying it. Ice Spice, I don't know you. She's had sex with multiple men, or she has experiences. I'm just saying, okay, over what Steph Curry's wife. That's so innocent and but
two people with orange hair.
Oh, really? I think that's crazy. But I'm just saying it's a new world. So I feel like
as long as it is your past has nothing to your toxic behaviors from the past do not trickle over into affecting our relationship and for the future.
I'm gonna debate that.
Unless it was you are a murderer, you are a fucking pedophile, or you are a child molester, or you are a crackhead, you are a recovering addict. Things that are detrimental to your future, meaning like you could relapse at some point and fall back into you are a gambler, something that is toxic.
You're a sex
addict. I'm talking about the normalcy of it is that when you find that person, whether you said I'll never date a Chinese person, I'll never date nobody outside my race, all those things become subjective when you fall in love. You can't
in a perfect world, I will agree, but I will give you this. A lot of men, if you walk into a bar and you done fucked 17 niggas at the bar, it'll take a strong individual to be like, you know what, babe, you mine now.
Actually, I would say a very weak individual, because a man of value and a man that knows himself, right? That's the man that would take the woman that has a higher body count. He's actually insecure because he doesn't have a lot of options. Because this is how life works for everyone, right? All human beings operate like this, men and women. This is the only thing that we aren't different about, right? So this is very just gender neutral. Competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence, right? And when you have that, right, women are born with that. Women are born with their sexual value because they have a whole lot of options. So since they have a whole lot of options, it just naturally comes. They don't even need to be competent. How many dumb bimbos we know being flown out on yachts and flown out? They don't even have accomplishments. So women just automatically go to the third one and they have confidence because they have options, because you're women. So women play the dating game on easy mode. So since women have options, then she has an abundance mindset, right? And with an abundance mindset, guess what? You have this ultimate power. You have the power to be intolerant of male inadequacies, right? So that means that you're not gonna, since you got all these options, you're not gonna choose the nigga that's at home playing video games, eating Cheetos all day. You're gonna choose the nigga that's out there getting it, making something of himself, right? So you're able to disqualify the bad guys and qualify the good ones. Now, men, we play it differently because we have to create our sexual value. So it's an empty slate, right? So competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And when we got that confidence, right, and we accomplish some things, then we have options. And then we have an abundance mindset. And then we have the ability to be intolerant of female inadequacies. So females tend to always speak about, right, of certain males that tolerate poor behavior and whole behavior from these promiscuous women. Those are the males that don't have the ability to be intolerant of those females' inadequacies. You feel what I'm saying? A man that is tolerant, that has the ability, that worked on themselves, he's not dating a chick that's going to be smacking him in Walmart. He's not going to be dating a girl that's twerking. He's not going to be dating a girl that's out at the club all the time. He's going to be dating that girl that's living at home with a mom, chilling, not doing too
No,
much.
he not.
Pure.
Depends on what she's doing.
No, he not.
If she's going
That's
to pick
just
up
a fact. That's
she's
how.
going to pick up a fucking
So
jack from the club,
so
you
ladies,
don't got
look.
no problem.
That's how we
She's
all
a
operate.
homeowner with her own house
Yeah.
over living at home with your
I get it.
mom.
Possibilities for everything, but that's how we all operate generally, right? Now, I'm gonna say something to what you were saying. Trump 2024. The world is crazy right now. Yeah, I know you think things is gonna be all, it's 2023 now. Let's accept everything. Let's accept everything. Well, the reason why we're accepting
Men are
everything,
females.
we got freaking a man playing women's sports. We got, what the freak is that? We got all this type of, now they're even saying, what's the other thing? Pedophilias, right? They're fighting for that, for people, men and women to have sex with younger people.
Yes,
because
I've
you're
seen
just
that.
accepting everything. So this is what I tell you. In society, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Sure.
So we have to stand for something. We have to stand on principles. So all of the stuff that I'll talk about, I'm old school. Yeah, of course. Well, I think who's that from the 60s?
I did. I said
You're facts.
It
It is. Yeah, my perspective is not old because your perspective isn't new. In the Bible, God sent the angels to burn down Sodom and Gomorrah because Sodom and Gomorrah is all these freaking,
Some people don't believe in the Bible.
Mixing up. But what I'm saying is that what I'm speaking about is proven to work right probabilities. It's because we have history. We have books that literally give us the scriptures of how to live. You get what I'm saying? You're talking about the stuff that's in the scriptures that God literally burnt down whole cities for.
It was prostitutes that was in the scriptures, and if you know the Bible, the prostitute that saved the guy, he had a baby with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Immaculate Mary.
No, exactly. So what do you mean? I'm pretty sure everything is in the Bible.
And
that,
her life was
that's
real bad.
something.
Her life
She was
was
a
hardened.
prostitute, and everyone stopped at her house
But
on
guess
the
what?
way.
She needed Jesus to save her.
Yeah, but when you
That's what I'm
talk about
talking about.
history,
Like
She was
what
still
are you
a
talking
hoe
about?
that probably
She
had
wouldn't
sex
get
with
saved by
100
no man.
guys.
And guess what?
got
Jesus
wife.
didn't come back
That
yet.
had-
Cleopatra.
So what? Then save 100. Oh, a hoe.
So incest has
Save
been
a hoe.
a natural thing. It's not until we get into American culture and American design will we find it unnatural for incest and
Well,
for people
it was
having
never
sex
it was never
with
natural,
younger.
baby girl.
It was very
So
natural. Cleopatra said
in the
to her brother,
Bible,
they had to marry within families to keep the bloodline pure. That is our ancestry. That is how it was done from years to come until
Slavery
we come
was
into
back
American.
in the
When we
days.
started
No,
dealing with
ladies.
the
That's not
Moors
okay.
and European
Ladies.
cultures. Until we got into the Moors and the European culture, this is when we divided and decided, okay, this is unnatural for us to have sex amongst each other. But normally, within our heritage, we had sex within our culture to keep the bloodline pure. Cleopatra, I'm going to use her again, our African sister. She had sex with Ptolemy when her father died because there was nobody else for her to marry within to keep the king and the royalty line pure. This is how they had babies. This is how they you had to do it.
Yeah.
What do you think is happening with Queen Elizabeth and all of them? What do you think is happening within that household? They are having sex with each other.
Yeah, I'm not saying
what?
that those things didn't happen.
That's crazy.
The things did
Learn
happen.
something
They're in
every
the
day.
Bible. We know what happens. It's in the old text and all of that. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying even when those things, Jesus had to come back because those things was happening. Do you get the point that I'm making?
He didn't come back 'cause of the girl
No,
at the
he came back
prostitute.
because it was craziness going on. What we gonna do, ladies and gents? My man's over here.
My dog.
We gonna do last thoughts on the podcast. We gonna start with Holiday.
What?
Last thoughts on the podcast. How you like it? Did you enjoy your time?
You're a misogynist narcissist.
So you gotta back up that claim. How am I a
When they
misogynist?
watch this clip, they gonna all agree.
Are they gonna agree?
That's a borrowed moment.
we'll
That's a
see.
borrowed moment.
Last thoughts on the podcast. Last thoughts on the
Okay,
podcast.
so
And any
my
questions?
final words for the podcast is you're insane. No, I'm,
Explain
for
how.
real, I'm for real. But no, I mean, I get it. It's your show, so I feel like your statements are the closing statements. I feel like everything is
I'll let y'all
that's what
speak.
makes the podcast the point of
I'll let
view
y'all
of
get y'all-
every. No, I didn't say you didn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying like after you be like, well, let me tell you,
'Cause I go last.
statistically,
You could Google it.
percentages of the Bible. No,
But any questions or those are your last thoughts or you got more?
no, I had a good time.
Okay, and I'm sorry. And then we're
Overall,
gonna go
I
back
had
to
a
you
good
real quick. Can you let all my subscribers and everyone that's gonna be viewing where they can find you on social media and stuff like that? So give your tags and all
Holiday,
that.
The Golden Child, Holiday, the Golden Child, Holiday, the Golden Child.
Facts. And Chrisana, if you could look in this camera and let the fans know.
So it's Christina Mariah, and I believe that all hoes should be hoes for money. And you will get wife. Don't listen to him.
You're gonna get life by a low value guy that's gonna cheat on that. You're gonna cheat on him, so it's just not gonna last. The probability of that happening
give these men
is
what they
extremely
give
high.
us, ladies. Now.
Nah,
That's not my advice. Please, because they're going to be like, they love to go on a No, but no.
Okay, no, thank you.
No, I had a good time. Thank you for inviting me.
No, it was a pleasure. All your perspectives and your inputs was dope. What about you, Ashley?
I had a great time. I love listening to your point of view. It's a different perspective.
Am I misogynistic?
I think some of the stuff that you said,
narcissist,
a little bit. It's very to your point of view, but I get it. It's your show,
okay,
and whatnot. But
it wasn't my point of view. I actually spoke less than these two ladies did.
Because all you can talk about is
I spoke less. I spoke less than them two.
You
shit.
No, but I like your point of view. I like your different perspective.
Yeah.
It's a nice twist.
Cool. Would you come back?
For sure.
I'll have you back.
Damn, you ain't asked us.
I know, y'all. We locked in. We locked in. Go ahead.
We need some butt pass next time.
For real.
I always enjoy coming on here. Some things I like last time was a little iffy, but I grew up around a lot of men.
Yeah.
I have a lot of brothers and cousins and whatever, and they all say the same thing you do. So I wouldn't sit here and be like, "You're wrong," but I can understand.
Okay, facts. And my man, Real Young G.
Man, it was a vibe, man. I'm fucking with it, man.
Hey, man.
I'm just in the cut like an undercover copy, man.
My man was in the cut. He was like, "Yeah,
I'm trying to-
you threw the Mac out there, though."
Kansas.com.
So, ladies and gents, yo, Shay, you can switch that for me, my guy. Ladies and gents, this podcast was No Fugazi. Thank you for tuning in.
You did.
We out.
Peace.